The 49ers are cursed. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like, comment, subscribe. I'm not kidding. I've had to record this video 5 times because my mic either just disconnected or you know what? Today's been a great day. The 49ers got Brian Robinson Jr. We have, I think, the best running back in the room. Now I can't even speak. The best running back room in the NFL. There we go. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I haven't uploaded a video in 3 weeks because, there's been nothing really to talk about, like preseason, yeah, but I've just been making YouTube shorts. I actually officially just hit I can't even speak. I officially just hit 300 subscribers, and you guys just heard my voice in the background because I actually want to check real quick how many subscribers am I at? I'm at 303. 303 right now, so I appreciate you guys so much for 300 subscribers. We're on the road to 1,000. So make sure you guys drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Today, we're going to be talking about the 49ers injured wide receiver room. We're going to be going over every wide receiver and just talking a little bit about them. So without further ado, let's talk about the first wide receiver, and that is wide receiver Ricky Pearsall. Now, I think this is such a big year for Ricky Pearsall. Like, this is the year for Ricky Pearsall to show out and prove that he's a wide receiver too. And honestly, I think not even just a wide receiver. I don't think Ricky Pearsall should just be aiming just to be a wide receiver too. He should be aiming to be the wide receiver one on this team. With the amount of injuries that this team has, Ricky Pearsall's 25. He's going to want to beg his next contract because he's going to be like 27 when he gets his first actual real NFL contract. Like, of course he has an NFL contract, but it's just not like it's his rookie contract. You know what I mean? So he's going to want to beg, and this is a time to prove that no. Jauan, you're not wide receiver one. Aiyuk, you're not wide receiver one. Ricky Pearsall's in town. I'm wide receiver one. So honestly, Ricky Pearsall just has to stay healthy. This offseason, it's looked okay. Like, he was injured at the start, but it looks a lot better now. Hasn't been injured in a little bit. So fingers crossed he stays healthy, because genuinely, it seems like literally every single day there's a new wide receiver injury. Literally every single day. I wake up in that bed right there, I check my phone, and I'm like, oh, another wide receiver. Another wide receiver's down. And we need Pearsall to be a huge player this season. We saw in the first preseason game that Ricky Pearsall and Purdy both played, that one drive that they played, 3 straight passes to Pearsall. It was Purdy back, Pearsall, Purdy back, Pearsall, Purdy back, Pearsall. That's literally all it was. We're going to be seeing that a lot with how many injuries that the 49ers have. And, Ricky Pearsall, he's going to be out there. You know who's not going to be out there? Brandon Aiyuk, because he's still rehabbing from his ACL and MCL tear. He's been looking really good. I've been seeing videos. He does kind of look a little bit slow getting out of his route. Like, he does look like, he runs, gets down, cuts. His cutting looks a little bit slower, but he is rehabbing. I definitely do think Brandon Aiyuk will be back before week 6. Like, they have him slated to come back week 6. I think he might be back week 3, week 4. I think his rehab has went great, and that's going to be another huge addition to this wide receiver room when Aiyuk comes back. Because if you look at our wide receiver room, if we were healthy, our wide receiver room might be one of the best wide receiver rooms in the league. And that's not even me just being a Niners fan. Genuinely, I think that. So Brandon Aiyuk, nothing really much to talk about Aiyuk. We all knew he wasn't going to be ready week 1. Some people actually anticipated that he would be ready week 1. Yeah, no. I'm not a doctor, but I know that the guy was not going to be ready week 1. ACL and MCL, like that's, come on, Niners fans. He's not going to be back week 1. He's not going to be back week 1, but I love the thought. I love the belief. He's not, though. Next, we can talk about Jauan Jennings. He's another injured guy, his calf. I want to ask you guys this question, and I want you to put it down in the comments right now. Are you guys on the fence to sign Jauan Jennings? Or do you want to sign him? Or are you just like, okay, I'm done with Jauan? Because right now, I'm on the fence. And I'll give you three reasons why I'm on the fence, okay? First of all, the guy's old. Simple as that. The guy is old. He wants money. He wants to get paid. And thirdly, that calf injury. And you guys might be wondering, like, it's just a calf injury. What could be so bad about that? Calf injuries could, and I'm not saying this would happen to Jauan Jennings. I'm not wishing this upon him. I don't want this to happen to, I want Jauan Jennings. No, he could tear his, not his ACL. He could tear his Achilles. And that would be the worst possible outcome, because imagine we gave a old wide receiver all this money just for him to tear his Achilles. And then he's out for a very long time, and he would never be the same wide receiver ever again. Like, he's already older, tearing his Achilles. Like, that's just something you don't want to see. So I don't really know how to feel about Jauan. I don't know if he's holding in right now. I have no clue. I don't think he's holding in. There's no way he's holding in. Like, I just don't know how he would have the upper hand in that. Like, if he didn't have that calf injury, then I definitely do believe we would have a contract done by now. But I think this is kind of holding the Niners back a little bit. And like, okay, let's just wait and see where this goes, because this is a little fishy. So we'll see what happens with Jauan. Personally, I think he's going to play out this year after his calf injury, and then I think we're going to let Jauan go, sadly, which I don't want to let him go, but it's just like, if this calf is a problem and he comes back and then he's dealing with this calf injury and then he misses a couple more games, then we're going to have to look to get rid of Jauan Jennings. But next, we could talk about Demarcus Robinson. Now, don't get me wrong, I like Demarcus Robinson. Like, that catch against the Seattle Seahawks, when he reached out and grabbed it with one hand, I was watching that game and I was like, holy crap, Demarcus Robinson's good. And then when we signed him, I was like, holy crap, like, let's go. This is a great pickup for the Niners. Love Demarcus Robinson. Then I learned that he was going to get suspended 3 games. I was like, oh, maybe he's not. And then he ends up getting suspended 3 games. So I like this pickup. Just the thing that annoys me is I feel like Demarcus Robinson type of wide receivers are not hard to find. And I feel like on the market, we could have found another Demarcus Robinson that wouldn't have got suspended 3 games and could have been helping the 49ers out week 1. Like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, let's just say there was a random guy named Paul Maginski, and he was the exact same type of wide receiver as Demarcus Robinson. I would have rathered him, because guess what? He didn't have this 3-game suspension thing weighing over his head, and then he ends up getting suspended. Like, I don't know. It does suck, but once Demarcus Robinson comes back, he will be a dog. And then next, it's rookie wide receiver Jordan Watkins, high ankle sprain. I don't really want to talk about Jordan Watkins for too long. He looked great against the Broncos. The story about this whole high ankle sprain was he felt good after the game. Then the day after, he felt a little ankle soreness, and then he ended up having a high ankle sprain, and then now he's out for a month. Like, just the Niners can't catch a break. This is what I mean. I swear we might be cursed, because this is happening to no other team. It's happening to no other team. What team? Like, Jordan Watkins was running perfectly fine. He was running perfectly fine in the game. He felt perfect after the game. And then the day after, his ankle was a little sore, and it's a high ankle sprain. It's like, it's just like, I don't understand it. And then this is a guy that I genuinely like. I think I'm kind of over Jacob Cowing a little bit. I don't want to say I'm done. Get him off this team. He's ass. Like, I'm not like that. But I think it's maybe time we start having that talk about Jacob Cowing maybe being a guy that we just consider to, I don't want to say anything stupid and then people take it out of context, but it's just like Jacob Cowing has been so injury prone. And then this flea of injuries that just have like happened to him, it's kind of pissing me off a little bit more. You had this hamstring injury, You come back to practice and then you re-injure that hamstring again. Like, Jacob, if the doctors told you to play, but you didn't feel good and you didn't want to hurt yourself even more, why did you practice? Literally, like, just don't practice. Hey, doc, my hamstring still hurts. I can't practice. Like, and then he re-injures it again. It's kind of like, it's just like, this is a guy we also need. Listen, Pearsall wants to be a wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2. Jacob Cowling, if I was a wide receiver on the 49ers and I was low in the depth chart, this is the perfect time for you to take advantage of that to get your name higher on the depth chart. But Jacob Cowling just cannot stay healthy. And another guy that can't stay healthy either is Russell Gage. I don't really know anything about Russell Gage. I know the guy was on the Falcons. He had like a 400-yard season. Then he was injured for a while, comes to the Niners. He's been kind of cooking in training camp, but genuinely during preseason, I have not seen this guy. Maybe it's because I'm not really watching for him. But Russell Gage, he's injured. He should be ready to play week 1. And if you were to tell me at the start of training camp that Russell Gage was starting week 1, I would have crashed out. But now at this point, it's like, Russell Gage, please, we need you. We need you to play. So we'll see what Russell Gage does. I don't have high hopes for Russell Gage, but you never know. You never know. One guy I actually do have high hopes for is Robbie Chosen. Robbie Chosen has actually looked really good. I mean, against the Raiders, he had like 90-some yards. He's 32, but he still has that burst of speed that could make the 49ers dangerous. Like, I do think Robbie Chosen in an open field, running downfield, he's a hard man to catch. The guy still has wheels at 32 years old. And I think with all these injuries, he's been a guy that's, saw this opportunity and stepped up. And that's what I like. This Robbie Chosen is what Jacob Cowling should be doing right now, but Jacob Cowling can't stay healthy. Robbie Chosen, I actually hope Robbie Chosen makes this 53-man roster. I think he will. And I think he plays week 1 against the Seahawks, and I think he has a good game against the Seahawks. Like, it's still Robbie Chosen. He's been in the NFL for a while. He knows what he's doing. I think genuinely he could be not special, but he could bring that speed element to the 49ers that Jacob Cowling's supposed to bring, but I think Jacob Cowling is going to be injured. And then another guy that could bring some speed, Skyy Moore. Wish I could tell you more about him, but I can't because I don't know. Like, I've seen videos on him. Yes, he was a 2nd-round pick. Yes, he was a bust. Do I think he's going to be anything crazy for the 49ers? No. Do I think the 49ers are going to cut Junior Berg in the 7th-round pick? Yes, because Skyy Moore can actually return punts and he can return kicks, and he's really good at it. He actually just returned a kick return against the Seattle Seahawks in preseason week 2. So I don't know. This is a high risk. I think low risk, high reward. No, whatever the saying is, because we barely give up anything. And if he can, maybe return to what he was in college, it's the thing I've been seeing Niners fans say is like, oh, what is if he returns to his college self? It's like, guys, he was playing with probably the best coach in the league and the best quarterback in the league. So, like, and I'm not saying Purdy and Shanahan are significantly worse than Mahomes and Andy Reid, but Andy Reid and Mahomes are up here. Purdy and Shanahan are down here. And as a Niners fan, every Niners fan should agree with that, even if you're not being like, it should be like an agreement by the all NFL teams. Like, those two guys are a great quarterback and coach duo. But we'll see what Skyy Moore does. And that's the 49ers wide receiver room. I don't really know how to feel right now about this wide receiver room. It's definitely injury. It's definitely very injured. And you know what? No. I have something that I got to get off my chest because it genuinely makes me mad when I'm talking to my friends and I'm like, oh, the 49ers are so injured right now. And they're like, huh, you can't use that you're using that as an excuse. At this point, it's not even an excuse. At this point, it is not even an excuse anymore because we are. Half of our wide receivers are injured. Brandon Aiyuk, injured. Jauan Jennings, injured. Demarcus Robinson, suspended. Jordan Watkins, high ankle sprain. Jacob Cowling, hamstring. Russell Gage. That is 6 wide receivers. 6, 7. Sorry, I had to do it. Like, that is 6 wide receivers. So if anyone, listen, if you're a Niners fan and you're arguing with one of your friends on your teams and you're like, oh yeah, but the Niners are really injured right now. And he says you can't use that as an excuse. At this point, it's not an excuse. It's not. So, yeah, we'll see who Purdy's throwing to week 1. My honest prediction is going to be Ricky Pearsall. I don't even know. I actually don't want to make this prediction. I was going to say Ricky Pearsall, Robbie Chosen, and Skyy Moore. Oh, that is a great wide receiver trio right there. That is better than Brandon Aiyuk, Deebo Samuel, and Jauan Jennings. That's just wow. That is beautiful. So, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down below. 49ers injury curse is back from 2020. Yeah, was it? Yeah, it was the 2020 season. So, thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure you guys drop a like, comment, subscribe. We're on the road to 1,000. It's your boy Maj, and I'm out, man. Peace. Go Niners.